He hails from Denmark but has worked and lived in Germany, Monaco, the UK and USA, and now maybe he will add India to that list. Henrik Fisker is one of the world's most celebrated automobile designers who also had his own name brand cars in production until recently. He is in India to examine possible business opportunities and he spoke exclusively to CNB.
Henrik Fisker, absolute pleasure to have you on the show.
Great to be here.
Thank you for joining us today. Thanks for your time as well. It's great to have you here in India too. First things first, I want to start by, our viewers of course will want to know this as well. What brings you to India? You have a nice Indian connection which none of us knew of.
Well, my wife is from India, actually from New Delhi. So we like to come every year. Normally we like to come around Diwali, but this year we decided to come a little later. And I also love to come to India because I love Indian food. And I always find it interesting to kind of look at the Indian car market specifically, because first of all, there's some models you almost don't see anywhere else.
Let's take a look at these two cars. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't want you to necessarily critique them from a design point of view, but what is it about you that, what is it about these cars that gets you? I mean, is there a specific element or a size or what?
Yeah, I think with this car, I think Ford has done an amazing job because it's very hard to design a small compact car and an SUV and also combine true sportiness with it. And I really think they've done that with this car. The proportions is very sporty. If you start with the front end, they have really managed to create quite an aggressive, sporty grille. The headlamps look slightly angry. So you get that good look that you want people to have in the rearview mirror. Please move out so I can get forward. Yeah. So it really says that. But they have also done something which is quite unique in this type of segment. They have a lot of plan view in the car, which kind of makes the car look very compact and sporty. And they have a lot of sculpture in the car, like this area here. So they have sort of combined some of the features that we tend to see on sedans and sports cars, with the strong plan views, sculpture around the hood area. So they have combined that into this SUV, which for me makes it look extremely modern and truly sporty, because SUV of course stands for sport utility vehicle, and many of them aren't really that sporty, but this car really is. Well, they obviously took a complete different direction in this. This has more, almost to me, a little bit of a retro feel of the sort of original Land Rovers, Toyota Land Cruisers. So they have obviously gone for a little more of the traditional SUV look, and with this of course you get the more massive feel. And you get the traditional, almost safari look that you really are going out in the wild with this vehicle. Of course, you have, because of it, a more squarish look, you have slightly more interior space. At least you're able to get 3 rows in, although what surprised me was that on the rear seat is actually more comfortable in the smaller EcoSport than in this car, because of course they're trying to add 3 seats on it. So I think it's really 2 different ways of interpreting what an SUV is, and I guess it really depends on, first of all, what your personal preference is in terms of, do you like more the big sort of traditional SUV look, or do you want more of the sporty, sleek, aerodynamic look? And that's really up to the consumer what they like better.